commitment that we have in life is good the whole time. No, you're gonna get a dump. They're gonna dump shit on you. Can you now stand in front of everybody with doo-doo on you and be like, yep, we finna try again. I'm finna do it again.
You know what? Let me wipe this shit off. I got another idea.
Oh, bro, like, I'm definitely finna take a bath, 100%. I'm gonna get it from in between my neck. Like, we gotta get the shit off us, but you gotta continue.
The entertainment world just took a jaw-dropping turn, and no one saw it coming this hard. What started as simmering tension has now exploded into a full-blown crisis. Iman Shumpert, the former NBA player and ex of singer Teyana Taylor, is making headlines again. But this time, it's not for a reunion or reconciliation. According to multiple sources and emerging reports, Iman allegedly lost complete control during a heated encounter with Aaron Pierre, the man currently linked to Teyana. The word on the street? Iman physically attacked Aaron in public, all because of lingering jealousy and unresolved emotions. Now, a lawsuit has officially been filed, and the details are far messier than anyone could have imagined. From eyewitness accounts to emotional fallout, police involvement, and explosive fan reactions, this is the kind of story that sends shockwaves across every platform. Strap in, because the drama just turned dangerous. It all began at a private industry event, a low-key networking gathering meant for artists, creatives, and insiders only. According to several eyewitnesses, Iman and Aaron unexpectedly crossed paths near the valet entrance. Tension between the two had reportedly been building for weeks. Quiet tension, side eyes, passive-aggressive interviews, but no one expected it to erupt into violence. Witnesses say it only took seconds before Iman lunged at Aaron, yelling Teyana's name with rage in his voice. While full security footage hasn't been released to the public yet, insiders who viewed the clip say it was disturbing, uncontrolled, and definitely intentional. According to one attendee, it was like he snapped. He went straight at him, no warning. That moment would be the spark that lit an emotional firestorm. Security rushed in to separate the two men, but the altercation was intense enough to require police involvement. Officers were called to the scene immediately. At first, Aaron Pierre reportedly refused to press charges. Insiders said he just wanted to get away and clear his head. But everything changed when police documented visible injuries on his body: small bruises, a split lip, and torn clothing. That detail escalated things fast. An official incident report was filed. That same night, Aaron was seen boarding a flight out of LA, with sources claiming he needed space to protect his peace. Meanwhile, Iman's entire camp went dark. No statements, no press replies, and absolutely no denials. The silence only made fans more suspicious that something serious had gone down. Teyana Taylor, though not present at the event, reportedly found out within minutes. And her reaction? Heartbreaking. Sources close to the singer say she broke down in tears, allegedly screaming, "Why would he do this in front of everyone?" Within the hour, she took to Instagram, posting a single cryptic story. A black background with the words, "Y'all never learn." That post was deleted less than 30 minutes later. But fans had already screenshot it. Then came another move. She deleted her most recent posts about both Aaron and Iman. No photos, no stories, no trace. In the world of celebrity drama, that kind of digital wipeout speaks louder than any statement. It wasn't just heartbreak. It looked like betrayal from both sides. And her fans? They instantly knew this wasn't just a small hiccup. The biggest shock came less than 48 hours later, when Aaron Pierre's legal team filed a civil lawsuit against Iman. The complaint reportedly includes multiple claims: physical assault, emotional distress, and even defamation. He's asking for a restraining order and suing for damages that insiders say could reach into the millions. A legal insider described it as a major move, not only because of the potential payout, but because of what it means publicly. It sends a message, the insider said, that Aaron isn't going to let this slide. The lawsuit also included a detailed timeline, surveillance summaries, and alleged statements from multiple eyewitnesses. If proven true, this legal situation could change everything for Iman. Not just financially, but in terms of reputation and future opportunities. Facing the growing firestorm, Iman's legal team finally broke their silence with a brief but sharp statement. They claimed Aaron had intentionally provoked and instigated the confrontation, suggesting there was more to the altercation than what's being reported. They went on to imply that Aaron had manipulated the situation emotionally, possibly using Teyana to get a rise out of Iman. But here's the catch. They didn't deny that physical contact occurred. That one missing denial was all fans needed to call it what they believed it was. An attempted justification, not a defense. Across social media, people started questioning whether Iman was trying to shift blame instead of taking responsibility. And that only made things worse. As expected, the internet picked sides almost instantly. On X, formerly Twitter, 2 hashtags began trending: Chas Team Aaron and Das Team Iman. The platform quickly turned into a digital battleground, with users passionately defending their chosen side. Some fans rushed to Iman's defense, saying he was standing up for his name, his family, and the woman he still has deep feelings for. One user tweeted, "It's called real emotion," reflecting a sentiment echoed by many who saw Iman's actions as the raw, unfiltered response of someone betrayed and heartbroken. They viewed his reaction not as aggression, but as the emotional outburst of someone pushed too far. However, the other side of the internet wasn't buying it. Critics of Iman's behavior were quick to remind everyone that no matter how personal or emotional the situation, violence is never justified. Many emphasized that lashing out, especially over a love triangle, only adds fuel to the toxic narratives surrounding masculinity and control. These voices highlighted that there are healthier ways to express pain and betrayal without resorting to confrontation. The divide was clear and passionate, with each side digging in and turning the incident into a larger debate about love, loyalty, ego, and emotional intelligence. Meanwhile, TikTok did what it does best: turned real-life drama into content. Users recreated the incident with dramatic voiceovers, homemade court reenactments, and even musical parodies. The situation quickly became meme-worthy, trending on multiple platforms and making its way into the For You pages of users far removed from the original scandal. Instagram, too, became a hub of divided fan pages. Some defended Iman's actions as the heartbreak of a man pushed to his emotional limits, arguing that we rarely allow men the space to express pain without labeling them as toxic. Others strongly disagreed, calling his actions a classic case of toxic masculinity, an example of how some men justify harmful behavior under the guise of love and loyalty. Regardless of which side people fell on, the incident dominated timelines and news feeds, and it was clear that reputations were hanging in the balance. Within Teyana's inner circle, however, the message was far less conflicted. Those close to her didn't mince words. One of her best friends posted a now-deleted Instagram story that read, "This ain't love. This is ego in disguise." The post struck a chord with many followers who began interpreting the entire situation through a different lens, not as a dramatic love triangle, but as a cautionary tale of what happens when ego overshadows affection. Her cousin added fuel to the fire by leaving a comment under a gossip blog's post, saying, "She deserves better than both of them." That one sentence caused a wave of speculation and debates. Fans started wondering if this meant Teyana was finished with not only Iman, but Aaron as well. The comment implied that both men had failed her in some way, whether emotionally, personally, or even publicly. So far, Teyana has not made any formal statement. Her social media accounts remain relatively quiet except for the occasional post about her daughter or snippets from her music studio. People close to her suggest that she is emotionally exhausted and currently redirecting her energy toward healing and motherhood. She's said to be focused on her daughter's well-being and her own peace of mind. There are whispers that she may eventually address everything, either through a tell-all interview or through her music. Fans are speculating that her next album could contain subtle, or not so subtle references to what really happened, giving her the chance to control the narrative on her own terms. But for now, her silence is doing the talking. In a world addicted to oversharing and instant reactions, Teyana's decision to say nothing is being interpreted by many as a powerful statement in itself. On the legal front, the situation is only beginning to unfold. Aaron has filed a lawsuit against Iman, and if he wins, the financial repercussions could be severe. Iman's brand deals and endorsements are reportedly under review. Several companies are said to be watching the legal developments closely, reevaluating their partnerships based on potential reputational damage. Even a civil court conviction could lead to hefty financial penalties and the loss of lucrative sponsorships. This legal battle isn't just about damages. It's about image, accountability, and the long-term consequences of public actions. Public relations teams are likely working overtime to manage the fallout and try to steer the narrative in a more favorable direction. At the same time, Aaron is seizing the moment. He's already begun giving carefully curated interviews to select media outlets, positioning himself as someone who wants to talk about the larger issues at play, specifically toxic masculinity in the entertainment industry. For him, the story has evolved beyond a personal altercation. He's starting to frame it as part of a wider cultural conversation about male ego, public pressure, and the fine line between love and control. Whether or not people agree with his interpretation, there's no denying that he's making strategic moves. He's stepping into the role of the victim-turned-activist, trying to shift the focus from what happened to why it happened. This transformation is polarizing. Some applaud him for taking a stand and speaking up, while others accuse him of using the moment for personal gain or clout. But in today's digital age, perception often trumps reality. By taking control of his narrative early, Aaron may be able to shape public opinion in his favor, at least among those who value self-awareness and accountability. Meanwhile, Iman is left dealing with the public fallout, legal challenges, and personal heartbreak. The incident has taken on a life of its own, no longer confined to those directly involved, but becoming a symbol of deeper social issues. In the end, this isn't just about who was right or wrong in a moment of passion. It's about how quickly personal conflict can become public spectacle, how reputations are shaped and shattered online, and how even silence can speak volumes. The story is still unfolding, but one thing is certain. In the court of public opinion, no one walks away untouched. So now the question is, what comes next? Iman's jealousy boiled over into violence. Aaron responded with legal action. And Teyana? She's stuck in the middle once again, just trying to keep herself and her family from falling apart in front of the world. This isn't just celebrity drama. It's public heartbreak, private pain, and professional risk all tangled into one unbelievable story. And it's unfolding in real time. One thing is for sure, no one's walking away from this untouched. Careers are on the line. Relationships are fractured. And public opinion? It's shifting by the hour. Let us know what you think in the comments. Was Iman justified in lashing out? Or did he take it way too far? Is Aaron using this moment for justice? Or for clout? And where does Teyana go from here? Drop your thoughts. Like this video if you're keeping up with the saga, and subscribe for more breaking updates as this wild story continues to evolve. Because if this week is any sign, this is far from over.